I was totally about to start recording, but then it like flipped the camera around. So I had to reflip it over again. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful Good Friday. I most certainly did. Although I do have to get into my low and my high my act of kindness. First of all, my low. Admittedly, I kind of got an argument with my mom last night. Not really the greatest, but it's fine. Plus, I actually learned that Horseheads football does have a game today. Unfortunately, it's all the way in Henniger, which is up in Syracuse. A little too far away for me to go. So, when it comes to giving out the Blue Hammer Award, I'm gonna have to hope I can find like the stats and make a pick based on that. Because regardless, I actually got really hot last night, so my windows are still open. It's actually it's hot in my apartment, but it's like nice and like below 30 degrees outside. It's awesome. And like, because I'm like this close to my window, like the contrast is amazing. I love it so much. Although, if anything, I shouldn't even be wearing this robe. I just like wearing this robe on the weekends. It's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort of really look up the stats after the game this afternoon to see who at least deserves the. Unfortunately, stats only tell you so much. You actually have to see to believe. So I'm gonna have to sort of play it by ear. Hopefully, it'll all work out. I sneeze. Excuse me. Or was I? You're right. My high started out pretty well. I get to my mom's earlier yesterday, and she said she was going to make mac and cheese, which was already a plus, because literally the night before, she said she was going to make tuna sandwiches, which, don't get me wrong, I don't hate tuna sandwiches. I've had my share of tuna sandwiches before, but let's be honest, there is a hierarchy, and tuna sandwiches, they're not near the top. Not even close. I was not going to have tuna sandwiches on my last Friday for Lent. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. So there you go. I got Rita's yesterday. I spent some time with my folks. It was, outside the fact that my mom and I got in an argument, it was okay. So, yeah. Actually not a bad way to kick off Easter weekend, I suppose. Really nothing would go on. Technically nothing does go on today. It's just like, if you're a Christian or Catholic, you go to phlegm, sorry. I'm not going to spit on camera. It's definitely allergy season, right? Anyway, right, my act of kindness was, I put the macaroni, because here's the thing, my mom actually makes it ahead of time, but she expects someone to put it in the oven. So I did that. So I essentially made dinner. Huzzah. I talked about my mom's mac and cheese before in the Mom Food Chronicles, but my father's convinced it gets better and better with each time we have it. I can't really argue with that logic. Although I will also say this, just the smell of it and the aroma just brings me, comfort. It brings me home. It's awesome. So with that out of the way, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Or if you're Christian or Catholic, happy Holy Saturday, everyone. Right, I was actually about to talk about what happens on Holy Saturday. Basically, if you're Christian or Catholic, tonight is one of your options to go to church. But here's the thing, if you go, expect to be there for a very, very long time, because you have baptisms, confirmations, receiving of the Eucharist, all that stuff. By the way, the Eucharist is when you see, but for those of you who don't know, the Eucharist is receiving, the body and blood of Christ. That's, the little wafer and wine. So there you go. Eucharist is receiving the first time of having the body and blood of Christ, which, not really, they make a big deal out of it when you're a kid, but honestly, looking back at it, it's literally just a sip of wine and a little wafer. So take that what you will. But yes, there's actually two things I would like to talk about today. So expect two kinds of videos for the price of one. First, I'll get into what I saw last night I wanted to talk about for a while. And the other thing will be what I'm having for Easter dinner tomorrow. Because it is a Mom Food Chronicle that, to my knowledge, I haven't talked about yet. So I'll get to that when the time comes. So, first things first, let's talk about the new show I saw last night. See, you guys all know, I'm a fan of voiceover work. I love animation, fantasy. I am a huge nerd. I am never going to apologize for that. But one thing I've always watched growing up, and I still get a kick out of it even now, is watching puppetry. I grew up watching the Muppets. I love the Muppets. I watch Muppet Babies, dude. And the old school Muppet Babies, okay? From the 80s. So I know, it was the late 80s when it came out. So I love the Muppets. I love anything puppet related. Obviously I like people like Jeff Dunham and Darcy Lynn. Randy Feltface is one of my all-time favorite comedians. I love puppetry, I do. So when I hear about a new show that features, before I continue, do I even need to get started on Team America World Police? Love that movie. Anyway, with that said, there was a new show on Nickelodeon called The Barbarian and the Troll, which already caught my attention because, as you can imagine, there is nothing but puppets. It takes place in a sort of medieval fantasy land where you have trolls and giant serpents and warriors and stuff. It's really cool. The puppetry was great, and major props to Mike Mitchell and Drew Massey. For those of you guys who don't know, they both worked for the man himself, Jim Henson. So they've done all sorts of other puppet-related stuff as well. So believe me when I tell you, this show has a lot more going for it than you realize. And not to mention, Drew Massey, one of the co-creators, is one of the titular characters. He plays the troll. What really got me interested in wanting to watch this show, don't get me wrong, I saw the promos for it, and that's really cool. But one thing that really got my attention, that I really wanted to see, is whenever I heard Brenda talk, I'm like, gosh, I know that voiceover actress. Who is she? So, look, it took a lot longer for me to find out than it should have, but whatever. It turns out Brenda is voiced by Spencer Grammer. For those of you who don't know, Spencer Grammer is the voice of Summer from Rick and Morty. So, it's got a good lead. It's got not only a good lead, but a lead with good voiceover experience as well. So that is always a plus. And, she sounds a little bit like Summer, I guess, but it doesn't distract me at all. Honestly, she's playing the character how she wants, and that's cool. And I like Spencer Grammer. She's really cool. Yeah, I think she's Greek or so. I didn't watch any of her live action stuff. I only know her as Summer from Rick and Morty. Although I remember one interview she got into saying, I want to be the next Lisa Simpson, which, don't get me wrong, that is a wildly ambitious yet very, very likable trait about her that I like. She really wants to be great at it. But, not for nothing, she's kind of got a long way to go before you reach the likes of Yeardley Smith. Yeardley Smith being the voice of Lisa Simpson, of course. So, don't get me wrong. It's great. I love that she's talking like that. She's really embracing what she wants to do. That's awesome. But getting to Yeardley Smith's level is kind of lofty, don't you think? Yeardley Smith is only known for playing Lisa Simpson and hardly anyone else. But, it's that pedigree because, it's The Simpsons. With that said, The Barbarian and the Troll, super wonderful. It basically is a barbarian heroine with a complicated backstory who's really digging the slogan of feared and revered. Love that. And honestly, this is a good show for kids and adults. The kids can really get into the puppetry. I certainly like the puppetry. And, the kid in heart of me, the kid in me loves the poetry. And, the adults, such as myself, can get into some of the adult-related jokes. Like, the talking out that said droppings just got real. That was pretty funny. The troll leaves his bridge, but he accidentally sets it on fire, and his dad's like, "You literally just burned a bridge!" Because they got an argument, you see. Honestly, it's a good show. It's funny. It's smart. I can dig this. I mean, from what I heard, there's only 13 episodes ordered. I don't know if there's going to be another season. I hope there's another season. Because I really liked what I saw. I'm not going to lie. So, with that out of the way, I have a little bit of time left. Let's talk about the other thing I want to talk about, which is what I'm having dinner tomorrow, which is a very special Mom Food Chronicle today. One moment, please. A part of me thinks I already talked about this, but if I... Hold on. Oh. Never mind. Sorry. That's awkward. Silly me, I already talked about this particular mom food. Wow, it's a good thing I quit while I was ahead, huh? But for those of you who are wondering, I was going to talk about ham again, which I love ham. I love it oh so very much. I do. And, ham is just one of those things where, you get to a party and, ham is the centerpiece. Seriously, think about this for a second. You go to a big fancy Thanksgiving or Christmas where there's prime rib or something like that, or even if you have lamb for Easter, someone always complains about it. I mean, you hear about people complaining the turkey's too dry. You hear people complain about how the prime rib is undercooked or overcooked to a person's liking. You hear about that stuff all the time. You hardly ever hear anyone complain about ham. Really. You never do. Think about that for a second. That's why, in my hierarchy of, because I actually sort of do have a hierarchy of, stunning dinner presentations. Ham is definitely, near, the very top. I think the only ones that outrank it for sure are, prime rib, prime rib. And this next one only applies for Italian and celebrate this, but the Feast of the Seven Fishes, that's right behind prime rib. And then I would put lamb, or I don't know, it's kind of somewhere, it's underneath those three. Prime rib, lamb or mutton, and the Feast of the Seven Fishes for sure are the only things that can trump a ham, in my opinion. Turkey is about the same level as ham, but turkey's a little more situational. That's why I put ham a little bit higher than that. But that's just me. And maybe a crown of roast pork is also where I would put ham, but that's a little bit even more, if anything, it's more situational than turkey, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm probably going to change at some point, but for right now, I would say my top 5 dinner presentations are turkey, ham, lamb, or mutton, Feast of the Seven Fishes, prime rib. That's how I think that's fair. So that's the top 5. And crown of roast pork is out of range of number 6 or something. Actually, let me rephrase that. Turkey or goose. I put goose where turkey. Gooses are bigger birds than chickens, but they're a little bit about the same size as turkey, so sort of put them in that area. And then I would probably go turkey, then duck, then chicken, then probably a Cornish game hen, a quail. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do a sort of hierarchy for dinner presentations as well. That wouldn't be, but for whatever reason, I've talked about ham in the past, but I can talk about it one more time. Ham, when my mom makes it, it's very simple. Her glaze consists of it's like brown sugar, molasses, mustard, and cloves. And that's what she does for her ham. You know, it's always a smell I always look forward to. It always brings me back, and plus, let's just say I can go ham on a ham. You know what I'm saying? I love ham. Ham is awesome. In fact, this is kind of stupid of me to say, but when I was a kid and I first heard that, keeping kosher for Jewish people involves, not being able to eat ham, I'm like, note to self, never marry anyone who's Jewish. Obviously, I would love if I found the right girl, I'd love her no matter what, regardless of race, religion, or whatever. I mean, this is back when I was a dumb little kid. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what sensitivity is. You know, so there you go. Nowadays, if you follow some sort of religious thing, by all means, live your life. You're more than welcome to do that. Like ages in before me, I never yuck on anyone's yum. Okay? We don't do that here. This is a safe haven. This is a safe place. A safe space, if you will. Seriously, I just take the time to be quiet for a second. I can hear birds chirping. Sun is beginning to shine. Looks like there's not a cloud in the sky. To the Horseheads varsity football team, going all the way up to Henniger today. Good luck. Play like champions. And hopefully if I can find stats, one of you can win this award. The Blue Hammer Award. Oh, I keep it on. Seriously, I keep it by the table right here just for these occasions. Seriously, I barely even moved this since I touched it last Sunday. This is the first time I've touched it since last Sunday, So, yeah. Hopefully one of you win the award today. We'll see. Good luck at Henniger today. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Easter weekend, or if you don't celebrate Easter, but I just hope everyone has a wonderful weekend anyway. Like, favorite, share, subscribe button, follow me, especially if you have notifications on YouTube. I'm very homely this video for all of you guys watching Jordan today. I'm hopeful we all have I know I just said that, but I feel like I should say it again. I hope we have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Remember, you guys want to talk to channels, you'll be here to learn the videos. I'll be back. Take care and make good choices.